guys, welcome back to Hello Johnson family. We're here with baby Scarlett.
As usual.
She's dead asleep like a newborn always is.
We had such a crazy 2018.
Yeah.
Like a wild 2018. And there were so many things that we did and so many things that we learned. And so today we wanted to drop basically our biggest lessons that we learned in 2018.
Yeah, and I don't ever think I've really seen anyone make this video, so I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, and we're not going to be talking about lessons like I learned how to mix paints or something like that.
Make a dish or something.
Yeah, no, we're talking about lessons that have basically bettered our lives, like one way or another.
Yeah, and we both agreed that we're going to be very raw in this video. So, I mean, I think we're always pretty raw, but we're gonna take it up a notch. I feel like sometimes, me particularly being on YouTube for a while, I censor a lot of things and I hold things back, but now that Doug's doing the channel with me, he does not hold anything back. He does not care what-
I'm starting to balance it out a little bit.
Yeah, he's just now starting, but he does not care what people think about like what he says at all. Not that he's offensive, just that like, I don't know, he has his own opinions. So I'm gonna try and adopt that. Maybe you guys will like it, we'll see. But most people are really nice. But anyways, we're gonna be very uncensored and raw. So before we get into today's video, we wanted to tell you guys about this app called the Drop app. So thank you to Drop app for sponsoring today's video. We are so thankful for the people who support our channel. If you guys haven't heard about the Drop app, it's basically an app where you link your credit card to the app and it gives you reward points at any time you spend at Target, Whole Foods, and Trader Joe's. And yeah, they have a ton of different other places.
So the app is completely free and it's tracked automatically even when you don't open the app. So some of our places to redeem drop points are like Amazon, Starbucks, Nordstrom, and they have a whole other list of places that you can actually get points at.
Mostly Amazon
for
diapers.
Be real.
So we partnered with Drop this week and we're both giving away an assortment of different gift card prizes. So we're gonna be giving away at prizes through the app, and 100 of you guys will be chosen at random to receive a $5 gift card. So once you download the app, go ahead and put in my code, which is just my first name, Haley, but I'll write it down below in case you guys don't know how to spell it. So all you have to do is finish setting up linking your cards and comment down below and let me know what you guys would redeem your points for. And the contest ends January 15th. So yeah, go ahead and download that for a chance to win.
So to kick things off, this is one big lesson that I learned that really hits home for me.
Okay, Doug is like so fired up on this one.
Yeah, you guys have no idea how like pumped I am about all of these lessons. But this one in particular, and our first lesson that I want to start out with, is we learned that money is abundant.
Yeah.
Now, money doesn't grow on trees, but there's a ton of money out there to be made, like a ton of money. And anyone can make it. So when we hear people say things like, and we were here at one time.
Oh yeah, I've been saying this phrase my entire life.
Okay, people say, must be nice.
Okay, actually someone caught me in the vlog saying that back when we lived in Manhattan Beach. Like I was looking at houses and I was vlogging and I actually said, I didn't say must be nice to live there, but I said something like, wouldn't it be so nice? I wish. And then I got a comment from someone before I even had this mindset. And it was a lady who said, never say that, because when you say things like that, it like goes back in your head and you end up living like that truth out. You end up never getting that house, because if you keep saying things like that, it's not gonna happen for you. At first I was like, what do you mean I can't say that? Like, what's wrong with it? And now I understand what she meant.
It's crazy. Like, people say must be nice, and if you've read Unf Yourself, you'll learn that the things that you say to your head, like say to yourself, get put in your head and you live that life and it happens.
We'll link the book below. I know, it's like Doug's
I know, I bring it up all the time. It is my holy grail, but that's what we've learned. So we've learned that money is abundant, and you can't say things like must be nice. Oh, I wish I could afford that, or maybe one day.
Like a lot of people see even something so materialistic as like a Gucci belt or something, you know, a lot of people in my life will say, wow, it must be nice to have like money below $500 on a belt, which is ridiculous. Actually, I think they're like $700. I don't even know. But you can't say things like that because it's just never gonna happen for you.
Yeah, but let's get back to the actual lesson.
Oh, yes.
And the actual lesson is that money is indeed abundant.
Yes, it is.
There are so many ways to make money online that like nobody talks about. There are ways to make money like in person. You have to understand that there is money to be made, and it isn't just at the job you work at.
And also another thing on that, when you realize that money's abundant, you just start to notice a lot of different opportunities in life. Like before, when I worked a regular job, and Doug too, like when we go in an office, you kind of just think, well, is this it? Like what other job can I apply for?
You think that's the one way to make money.
But when you realize that there is more opportunities, you just start to see like all of these things in life that could make you money, and it's just hard to choose. But it really is a mindset, like it's insane. So the next thing that both Doug and I learned, I really learned this one this year, basically that no one is special, they just worked harder than you. So this is another thing that a lot of people say. A lot of people say, well, that person, you know, has money because they were from wealth, or well, that person is lucky because they're at the right time, the right place.
They're like, oh, that person must be so smart, or that person.
Oh yeah, they were just
like
blessed.
They were just blessed.
But
it's like, look,
no,
people are blessed with opportunities and things that come up. But the moment you say someone must have something that you don't, you put yourself a peg below them.
And you just give yourself a major excuse.
Yeah, it's an excuse.
The one thing I've learned is that you cannot make excuses for your life. Like, you gotta take ownership, you know? So you can't look at someone else's life and think that will never happen for you because they got etc.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to suck it up. And yeah, it might be harder for you, but the opportunity's still there.
So we learned that no one is special because, like, people might not know this about us, but we're just normal people.
Oh yeah, we come from middle class families.
And we've learned no one is special that are doing this. People just work really hard to make it happen, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys pick up on the lesson that we're not special either.
No.
We didn't get in some kind of special head start or jump on something. There's no one that's special. We're not special. People just work really hard.
Yeah. This one is the polarizing one. I mean,
this one is the one that's gonna get people.
So this one's pretty harsh.
It's gonna get a lot of people.
But
basically,
I mean, I believe it.
If you're doing the same thing that others are doing, and you see successful people making money, doing whatever it is that deems it successful, and you're not being successful, it's not something that's not going right for you. It's you that's not making it happen.
Another thing with taking ownership, not making excuses. Like, we have learned that. And actually, I heard it in a YouTube video, like some other guy say it, and it just blew my mind. Let us elaborate, because this is a good one. So for instance, I'm gonna give a raw example. Lots of people like to blame the platform they're on for like not having success. This is like in my own career, like my YouTube career. People blame YouTube for lots of different things, the algorithm.
The algorithm doesn't like
Amazon.
me.
Yeah, Amazon.
Just like, Amazon doesn't like my product.
Or like your business, like whatever you're doing. And this could literally apply to anything. You could be like a hairdresser, like it doesn't matter. People always like blame something else that's not them. And even though they see other people having success, they will blame like a platform or something or the product or whatever. But if other people are successful and you're not, it's you. Like, you cannot blame anything. You have to just figure it out, you know?
Like, how egotistical do you have to be to think the YouTube algorithm doesn't like me? But seriously.
So yeah, that is our point with that, and
we're gonna cut it before this video goes 30 minutes.
The next thing that I have personally learned this year.
This was really Haley's big lesson.
I have learned it like in the past year and a half probably. But it's basically, if you want to be successful in anything, you have to read books. There's so much I've learned from the internet, and there's so much free information, but you cannot not read books. Like, people spend most of their time watching TV, which is fine. That was me 2 years ago. We watched Netflix every day of our lives, literally like 5 hours a day. It was ridiculous. That's fun. I know you need to relax.
We'd sit there and be like, another one.
I mean, I miss those days. Like, I reminisce. But you just do not advance like your mind through TV. I have not only advanced my mind, and Doug too, like reading books, it has also allowed us to just make a ton of money and see more opportunities. I used to say like, oh, I'm not gonna buy that book because it's $15, which is ridiculous. I would say books are so expensive, but that's how much I spend at Starbucks.
Invest in yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna make the money back if you read books. Like, it's insane. So anyways, we're gonna do another video on our favorite books, like most impactful. So yeah, we gotta gather the list because that's hard to choose, but we'll get that for you guys.
We'll cut it down to like 30. The next lesson. You don't have to have an original idea to be successful. We'll broaden it a little bit, because people have different ideas, but they still leverage tools like platforms and social media and stuff like that. I'm not talking about an original idea like an invention. You don't have to be the first insert type of YouTuber here. You don't have to be that person, okay? You can't have that mindset of, oh, there's already so many of these people that are doing this already, like I need to come up with something totally original. But anything like blogging, YouTube, like, oh, there's so many blogs out there, there's so many YouTubers, or there's so many people selling on Amazon. There's not. No, there's not. There's
not. Like, there are millions of people in the world watching
it's
videos and buying things on Amazon.
We've learned that you can jump in on the space that's there, and you just have to work to be better than people.
Or different. You don't have to be better.
Yeah, you just have to have that differentiating factor.
Yeah.
So if you have the differentiating factor, you don't have to go through and try to come up with something totally new and totally inventive.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to come up with some kind of crazy YouTube channel or something that nobody's doing, and don't let that mentality stop you.
Yeah.
Don't let that mentality.
It will stop you fast.
Yeah, it'll stop you if you think, oh, everyone else is already doing something like this, or the market's already saturated. Yeah. We jumped in on different markets in Amazon, and they're already like what people would call saturated markets, but we didn't let that stop us. Now we're making money.
And honestly, something that I realized is that you don't need to be like the best. You just need a slice of the pie. For instance, on YouTube, because it's where you guys see me every day, I am not the best YouTuber. Like, okay, I am like C-. Like, honestly.
You don't even get credits for a C-.
In college. I mean, I edit basic. I don't do anything fancy. I don't hire an editor. It's ridiculous, like the level of YouTubing I do, but I am still successful with the platform. Like, and I just want the slice of the pie. Like, I don't need the whole pie.
We don't need to be no PewDiePie up in here.
No.
No pun intended on the PewDiePie thing.
Really? Anyway, so that's a good example. Yeah. Okay, so there's this book I read a long time ago, and it stuck with me for probably like 10 years. I'm not even kidding. I read it in high school. I forgot the name, but I just remember the cover, and I'll link it down below because it's that good. I mean, if a book has stuck with me for 10 years, it's basically this hippo, like a legit animal.
I looked at her pretty funny.
And it's driving on the opposite side of the freeway, going the opposite direction of everyone else. The book is basically about how you're not supposed to do the same thing as everyone else if you want a different lifestyle. So if you want to live like everyone else, which pretty much in our life is, I mean, we're not knocking them at all. I know I'm gonna get that comment, but we are not. Like, our family and friends are so supportive. If you want to work your entire life and retire at 60 or 65 or whatever, then you need to live like your friends and family. If you want to retire earlier, if you want to travel in your 20s or your 30s all around the world, if you want to just have a completely different lifestyle, and if you believe you cannot live and work like the people around you. It's like very hard because you get so much advice from your family. It's very pressuring, like from your parents sometimes, not mine, but like, you know, go to college, get a good job. They're giving you advice based on their own life. So if you don't want that life, some people do, you just have to do your own thing, you know?
So you have to be comfortable with doing things differently.
It's really hard
than what everyone else is doing. And that kind of leads into the next lesson that's there, which is from those same people that you're going in the opposite direction of, you can't seek approval from them.
Yeah, and it's so hard.
Like, you can't sit there and look for praise from someone who's worked a 9-to-5 job for 60 years.
If that's not what you want.
If that's not what you want.
If that is what you want, then like look to them.
Yeah.
You know,
if you want to work and then retire at 68, then go talk to someone that's retired at 68 and not talk to the entrepreneur who's going to sit there and tell you different things.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get praise from them.
Yeah.
So don't seek praise from people that aren't trying to accomplish the same things that you're doing.
So the next thing is something I have personally learned within the past probably like 6 months, but I've really implemented it. I'm sure you guys could tell on my channel, my old channel, even the new channel. But anyways, is that it's good to be polarizing, and if you don't strike a chord with someone, you're probably not making that big of a difference in people's lives.
Just being a wash somewhere. I don't even know if that's
that was me. I was a wash.
You're just like,
what are you, like a jellyfish or something?
Right now. Yeah, I'm washing. Yeah. But it's true. Like, whether you have to strike a chord one way or another. Like, you have to get people fired up. You got to get them to resonate either with you or resonate totally against you. Yeah. If you want to be successful.
Yeah, if you want to make a difference and like have your voice heard.
Yeah.
So I wanted to just touch on this briefly because a lot of you guys know we had a big channel change. Like, I went from doing this by myself to doing it with my husband, if you're new, Doug. And he's really brought to the channel, even though we haven't been doing this a long time and we're totally still figuring out like having a channel together. But something he's brought with himself to the channel is the fact that we want to have our voices heard, and not everyone's gonna like it, and we would rather cultivate an audience of people who resonate with what we say rather than a mass audience that just watches us for fun. You know, which we realize there's a purpose for those kinds of like funsy vlogs. Like, I still watch them, but with our channel, like, we want to be a bit polarizing.
And the reason why we want to be polarizing and we want to find those people who really resonate with what we want to do, who that really like us, not just for us, but like us for what we,
the principles.
For the principle and what we're trying to accomplish. It's because we want to help people accomplish the same thing. Yeah. And we're only going to be able to have that impact with people who really have a passion and that aren't a mass broad audience, you know.
And I also feel like it's more authentic for us to be polarizing because in our own lives, I don't know anyone that lives the life we do. It's very isolating sometimes, actually all the time, you know, living the life we do, and we're not complaining in any way because we're so grateful to be together all the time. But when you don't know anyone that has the kind of stress that we do, being like multiple business owners, it can be very isolating. So by cultivating an audience that sees the way, like that sees life the way we do, we can be more bonded with those people, I guess. On that note,
the last lesson that we have here, and this is really something we just learned because 2018 was kind of our big kickoff to multiple businesses, running things online.
For the first time.
For the first time, me quitting my job. In every aspect of everything that I can think of in doing this and being self-employed and being an entrepreneur, we've learned that it's stressful.
Oh my God.
And it's difficult. And it's hard. And it's...
The stress is real.
Oh my goodness. It
Dude.
is frustrating. It is just... It's wild. It's like the wildest ride I've ever been on. And it's not always a fun ride.
I feel like a lot of people might like see our lifestyle, the fact that we get to be with Annabelle and like we love it, you know. But they might see that and think that we have it easy. We're more stressed now than when you worked a regular job and we had like a regular paycheck. And we make way more money now than we did then. But money does not equal happiness. That is another thing. Like more money, I feel like equals more stress. Dude, I mean, for certain parts of your life.
Means more problems.
Dude, right.
No.
Not that we're rich by any means, but like I've learned that this year for sure.
It's taken so much learning and so many adjustments and so many failures on things for us to be able to get to this point, and doing all of that without having a steady, for sure, pace of income coming in, and without having for sure like insurance or for sure literally anything. There's nothing for sure about this lifestyle. No. It's made it so stressful and so hard, but I do have to say it's been worth it. Without struggle, there is no progress. And ain't that the truth? If you're not struggling with whatever you're trying to do, like what are you even doing? Because you always have to be learning something new to progress. Yep. So it's just the truth. And we're gonna look back on this year and be like, holy, that was a stressful time. Like, but it's worth it. Because we're stressing now so hard, because people might not understand this. We're stressing and we're working so hard. We're not even letting ourselves have hardly any leisure, like let's be honest, but for a greater future, you know? Anyway, so that's our really long-winded wrap up of 2018. Hopefully, we'll do this video next year. It was like a lessons wrap up. Yeah. There's a lot of other things. Oh yeah. But we are gonna be doing, Doug doesn't know this yet because I still plan the content, but we are gonna be doing a 2019 goals video. Wow. And that's gonna force us to make legit goals. So stay tuned for that. Are we gonna cover them monthly? I don't know. Monthly should we do that? Let us know if you guys want to see monthly goal reports. Anyway, so that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Crazy video. My dad is watching Annabelle, so we gotta, go run out Annabelle. There. Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing to our channel. You guys are the best. Seriously, thumbs up this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in our next one. Bye guys.